here, and I hope you are having a wonderful evening. Today I'm going to be answering this question. Someone asked, like, when you are suffering from anhedonia or you're experiencing emotional numbness, they tend to avoid social situations. And is it a normal thing? Yeah, actually, one of the common symptoms of being numb is this tendency to avoid social situations. Like, there are a number of reasons why that happens, but the main reason is these social situations are situations where you are with your friends and you are having these enjoyable moments or this pleasant moment, but because you have low capacity of feeling or low capacity of being present in a present experience, you tend to avoid the situations because to you it doesn't excite you. But to your friends, let's say it's going out, to your friends, they are really excited about it, they're raving about it, they're raving about it, they're going to go to that concert, or like the places they are going. But to you, you don't really feel any excitement out of it. So because you don't feel any excitement out of it, you just choose to stay away from them. Also, another thing is, when you are experiencing a condition, let's say you are experiencing anhedonia, or you are mostly emotional numb, we tend to withdraw from situations because those situations can be so triggering for us, because you see people having fun, laughing, and then for you, you're not able to come up with this, or your system is not able to develop these emotions. Of course, you'll shy away from them because you'll feel you're awkward or you're weird. So it's very, very normal to withdraw from social situations. And then also another thing is, your friends may also stop inviting you for those social situations. This is because when they invite you, you are not able to share with them how you're feeling. You're not able to kind of be present in what they're doing. Let's say if they're playing a game, but you're just not there, you are not there, like you're not there, you're just there, or maybe you are like, oh, this thing is boring, this thing is what, because you're not able to feel your emotions. So your friends will end up avoiding you, or will end up not taking you to these social events. So I think some other people call it social anhedonia, but don't dwell so much on those terms. But just understand that when you are emotionally numb, you find it really hard to connect to people, and you also find it hard to connect to events and experiences. So by you finding that hard, you will withdraw from social situations, and most people actually choose isolation. Also, another thing is which can be triggering to someone who's having anhedonia, or who is emotionally numb, is when their friends tell them, just do what you enjoy, just laugh, just be happy. You see, those statements are really, really triggering to someone who has been numb for a very long time, because to them it's something which you cannot do, like you cannot feel happy. It's something which just comes, but the moment you try to do it, you try to come up with an emotion to feel happy, and then you are not able to do it, you end up feeling frustrated. Yeah, so that's why, even when you're not experiencing anhedonia or this feeling of numbness, the best advice or the worst advice to give to someone is like, do the things you enjoy. No, it's not about doing the things they enjoy, it's about accepting them the way they are, or just listening to them and just being there for them, but not forcing someone to feel something because you're feeling. So it's a very, very, very thin line. That's why a lot of people end up breaking up with their friends, because you feel that they're not understanding you. And it's true, they cannot understand the fact that you're not able to experience this joy. Let's say it's a funny, they're doing something funny, something exciting, and for you, you're not able to feel it. So by they cannot fathom that, like they cannot even imagine that's happening. And that's also the case with a lot of anything. As long as you're experiencing any condition, let's say you're experiencing maladaptive daydreaming, as long as your friend is not going through the same thing, they will see you as someone who is weird. So even numbness, when you tell your friends that you are emotionless, they're like, hey, that's, how is that possible? So go easy on yourself if you're experiencing anhedonia, and understand that it's not a permanent state, and understand that your friends may not understand what you're going through, and you don't need to beat yourself up because you cannot connect with them. In fact, the best way to use these social situations is to see what your friends are experiencing and then use that as motivation of you wanting to overcome this situation, instead of you berating yourself, uh, talking ill about yourself because you are unable to feel or unable to connect with them. Just see your friends having fun, see them enjoying those moments, see them laughing and pursuing their hobbies. See that as kind of your goal. Let's say if you don't have a goal of overcoming this emotional numbness, see that as a goal and be like, actually, I now need to wake up and start working on this. Like, I now need to kind of seek help and work on this emotional numbness. And then another thing is the fact that my friends are feeling and enjoying those moments means that I also have the capacity to feel, and I am not different. It's just that there's just a slight disconnect in your nervous system, or there's just a slight disconnect in how your mind perceives emotions. And once that is wired, or once that is rewired or deprogrammed, you are able to feel emotions again. You are able to connect with your friends. You are able to pursue your hobbies. You are able to have a passionate life. You are able to have passionate relationships. So there is plenty of things which will happen once you are able to allow yourself to feel your emotions, or once you are able to work on the root causes which led to you or your system picking up anhedonia as a coping mechanism to avoid pain. So it's not the end of you if you are feeling emotionless and your friends are having fun. No, it's just a place for you to be aware and realize that actually there is a solution to this. It's not a permanent state and you can overcome. You might have tried a lot of things which may have not worked in the past, but you can still overcome it. Hope that makes sense, guys. It's so normal to withdraw from social situations. We don't even need to call it social anhedonia or what and what. It's very, very normal and logical to withdraw from those situations, but it's also very normal for you to want to live again, or to want to enjoy life again, or to want to have a normal life again, or to want to just experience that feeling of connectedness with your friends. Hope you found that informative, guys. Share with me your experiences with the numbness and the how you are what you're using to cope with social situations. And if you have any questions, let me know. Until next time,